I just found out my food won't be here for another 2 hours, so I figured I'll go ahead and play one case of LA Noire. So I pressed resume to just resume where I left off, and I left off on this case. The last time I played this game was last summer. Excuse me. I was doing a new game to see if I could go through the whole game, and I just stopped. So the cases that I overlook, because right now I'm on homicide, and I think I've done 3 homicide cases before this one. I know the homicide cases have a lot more than all the other cases, and then there's vice. And before I get over to arson, I think I'm gonna backtrack and go back to traffic and do that, and the 3 cases of homicide that I missed, because I don't really like homicide. I don't like doing those missions either. They're pretty complicated, but I will do them, probably just not as soon as expected. So
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, the fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
I got a fucking headache out of this world. So what suit I'm rocking today? Fuck it.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop? A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, California's love a fad. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to sing.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
So, if this is personal, I highly doubt But they would take her shoe. If it's somebody that's disgusting and sick, then they have the shoe. It's got a plan to this somehow.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
See if she had a wedding ring.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
Nope. So she was just killed. That's it. Strangled and killed. Doesn't look personal. Footprints.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Dude's sick.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
I don't remember this case whatsoever. Or who the killer is. I never do.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Okay.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
So that sound it made when I press good cop or whatever the fuck it said. You can tell when I get the question right, or I can tell if they're lying or not. It'll make that sound. If it doesn't make that sound, then I got it wrong, and that affects the case.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks for your help.
Scoot your ass over.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Yeah, I gotta stop broadcasting for a while. My ears are starting to fucking feel weird from this shit. Still waiting on my brother to text me back about the GTA Online heist.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
What the fuck?
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
The game was probably glitching out.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
I
You wrote
just
the number down on that dress. Is it there?
I just tap
Mrs.
everywhere
T.
until I get it.
Tarleton, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Alright, now we know where she lives. Before we go there, I want to go to the hobo camp. Since the hobo was ID'd at the scene, or at least in the area. And then
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
You know, I was thinking about Godfather. I mean, whoa. Vice. The Vice cases that I work after I get done with the.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
But yeah, like I was saying, when you do the Vice cases, it's fucking. It's about the mafia, and I know a lot about the mafia, trust me. I know about the 5 families, Bonanno, Genovese, Gambino, Lucchese, and did I say Bonanno already? No, I forgot Colombo. Anyway, I know about the 5 families, I know about fucking Lucky Luciano, which reminds me I should probably broadcast. I would broadcast Godfather and Godfather 2. Those were good games, I liked them. But they're not on PS4, but I do have Mafia 2 and 1 on here. The guy not here? This is his place, right? This is his place. Huh. So, there's nothing in his house, but this is his house. I know that. I do remember that. Alright, fuck it.
You know the way. You can drive.
Her
Where
family.
exactly are we going?
Hurry up, Galloway. Fat ass in the car.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumption...
All these cutscenes wasting my time.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
These cutscenes taking up a
Do you have
lot of
someone
my
who can
time.
look after your children, Mr.
I mean, it's
Terrelson?
only 15
I've been
minutes
trying to
in,
arrange a
so-
sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrelson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
There will not be anything in a girl's room.
Want to hear something funny, Terrelson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Need to check if she was a regular.
It's probably definitely the bar she went to last night.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Exactly. Not a happy marriage. So that doesn't mean that he killed her, though. What the fuck?
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
It's the kitchen.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Is this hers?
So she went out without her handbag?
Exactly. Why is her shit here?
At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
So why would she leave her shit? All her shit. Unless it was brought back here. Muddy shoes and it was raining last night.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
It's not looking good. I mean, he could have been doing something outside.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Looking for footprints, anything to rule him out. I sure as hell don't see any. Oh, wait a minute.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
The rope. It's not looking good for you, partner. Let's do this.
For the record, Mr. Terrelson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Waiting to look at his facial expression. Okay, I believe you.
So you don't
What?
know anyone who
I
would
got it
want her dead?
wrong? Really?
No, I don't.
God damn it, I'm mad I got that one wrong.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
That's a cap.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes.
Baron Bar?
Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me.
So that's what I'm going to next. Then I'm gonna go to the morgue and see if... I forgot what you call him. The forensic guy. Got anything?
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Do you? Okay, then that's gonna be a doubt, because it's the picture that I was gonna use.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Pays the sitter and went to bed. That's a cap, because your jacket says otherwise.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
I don't know. Dumb fuck. Maybe because your fucking wet jacket.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to
3
go
out of
downtown
4.
to identify your wife's
Not
body.
bad.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright, buddy. I'm gonna check out your fucking alibi. If you lie, I'm gonna kick down the door of my damn self.
Appreciate your time, sir.
No, not appreciate your time, man. I gotta toughen you up, Phelps. Get your ass over.
You can drive.
I ain't driving no damn way.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Barron's Bar.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
I don't know if his alibi checks out, then I'll leave him alone. That don't mean I'm gonna take him away from my head, because his alibi could be lying for him. But I'll leave him alone because it's still that hobo. But it could be neither of them, you know. Depends on where the case takes us.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Ha! I think I know who it is. I think it's this fucker right here. You know why? 3 reasons. 1, he jumped on it too quick, saying, is this about her death? Saying he heard it over the radio. Already being too eager and knowing what we're there for. If he's the killer, he wants to get ahead of the situation. He don't want to waste any time. 2nd reason is because he's trying to bring up the old cases, trying to connect it to a copycat and whatnot. Then he switched from that, from a copycat, to saying that it might be the husband that did it. Come on now. Come on now.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
10:30, you think? I can't tell if he's telling the truth or he's lying. I'll remove an answer. Ah, well, that doesn't fucking help. Well, if he's lying, I mean, if he's telling the truth and I say he's lying, it's not gonna do any damage to me. It would just mean he was telling the truth. So I'm gonna go with bad cop just in case.
We don't have time for you to be making guesses.
Okay.
What time was it exactly?
Hey, give me a break. I don't remember it to the second.
Alright.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now.
God damn, there's just like
polo
a
shirt.
whole handful of
Thank you for
fucking
your help, Mr.
suspects.
Bluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
I'll probably jump the gun. It probably ain't the fucking bartender.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Really?
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
So this is what we doing now. Move, Rusty. Your
Phelps,
fat
get
ass can't
after it.
run. Oh fuck! I forgot how to jump over shit.
Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive.
Let me show you how to drive. Cause you be driving hella slow.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh, good mother of Jesus.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Shut up. Well, I said you drive. Oh my god, I just... Oh shit. Oh, I didn't kill that civilian. I don't think you're allowed to kill civilians. How do you fucking... Oh god. Yeah, you're not allowed to kill civilians. I legit ran that dude over and he moved.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Alright, that was the worst drive of my life.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Let's end this farce.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands where I can see them. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, working with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Tell us about Teresa Terrellson.
What's to tell?
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard?
I meant to hit
Is that why you ran?
square on the
I'm
first
on parole.
one.
On
Don't ask me why I
Sexual
hit X.
assault.
'Cause
Look, I was lying there on the
definitely lied his
sidewalk.
ass off.
He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
I don't think he killed her.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Case just got complicated. No, what's the goal? To find that fucking white shoe or a bloody weapon.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Or a confession.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages for me?
Just a second. You have one new message from Lieutenant Fleischer. Bartender Benny Clough reports victim Teresa Terrellson last seen entering the yellow cab number 3591.
Can you have an APB put out on that vehicle? We'll need all sightings relayed to car 11K.
Sure, Detective. All radio dispatched now.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
Turned himself in. Now, why would the killer turn? I don't know. We got one idiot that's a suspect and went back to the same place where she was last seen. So why would he be the killer? We got another idiot that decides to come to the police station and give us information. So why would he kill her?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we
The
going?
husband has a fucking alibi. Still haven't found that hobo yet. Hope I'm not breathing into the mic, I really can't tell. God damn it, Rusty. You drive so goddamn slow.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
It would be.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here.
not in the mood.
I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone.
So why did
Look,
you kill
you need
her?
to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks. You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Guess we're going to go see a hobo. Finally question him.
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold
6
out.
rounds can get us a little bit.
How do we do that? Like this. Fuck that. Keep you down, son.
If you want
These
your
men know
rightful
they're harboring
share,
a murderer.
we need to fight for it.
Oh fuck, I don't remember how to fight. Oh man. How do I fight? There we go. Two piece no biscuit, your ass. Come on, Phelps. There you go.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
So I already checked this place.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Huh. He wasn't here before though. So
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
care about that. Is that it? What else? What else? Just trying to make sure I got all the evidence. I mean, that rope is more than enough.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
You're behind the wheel.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
No, we got a bloody rope. We don't have no hard evidence on the other 2. But I want to see what he says about it. Interview 1 or 2.
We're going this way.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I've killed.
Really, man?
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Tarleton with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Tarleton near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Okay, so that one's doubt.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Tarleton.
I don't know what he looked mad for. he obviously did it.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
I think I did good. Overall, I only got 2 questions wrong. Oh, I got 3 questions wrong. I got 3 stars for this case. That's some bullshit. I don't really care. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop it there before it gets to another case. I'll probably do another case later on tonight, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'll probably just stream Call of Duty. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I'm about to do because I'm still waiting for my food to show up. So whenever I hear that doorbell rings and I'm streaming, and you hear me go away real quick, that's why.
Walk away, don't do me wrong.
Alright, well,
Don't
I'm getting off.
me singing this torch song. When